Hello ladies and gentlemen, Tevaron here, and welcome back to some more Eternal gameplay. It's been a while since we've done one of these videos. Just been really struggling with illness. If that's something you care to find out about, I did post a channel update recently. You can go check that out. If you don't really care, that's fine too, but that's the reason. We're going to be running Rakano Commando today. I've tested several different versions of this deck, and this is the version that I find myself coming back to. It's kind of an amalgam, my own little special sauce, if you will. It's an aggressive deck, named after a card from the new set, Unseen Commando here, which is a 3-power, 2/3, flying and lifesteal. When your units with 2 or more battle skills attack, they get +1/+1 this turn, and almost every creature in the deck that we play has 2 battle skills. At the bottom of the curve, we got 4 Oni Ronin, 1 cost 2/1 with Warcry, also 4 Steady Marshal, a 1 cost 1/2 that if you have a Gunslinger ally, it gets +1/+1, 4 Torch for removal and damage, 4 Champion of Glory, 4 Crown Watch Paladin, has 2 battle skills, and the Aegis makes it a little hard for controlling decks to deal with. 4 Rakano Outlaw, again 2 battle skills, 4 Vanquish, so we can kill opponents' fatties. 4 Sword of Icaria, a 3-cost 3/2 relic weapon with Warcry. Again, 4 Unseen Commando, 4 Valkyrie Enforcer to deal with troublesome abilities the opponent might have, 4 Whirling Duo, 3/3 lifesteal and charge for 3 is pretty good, 4 Hammer of Might, 4 cost 3/3 weapon. When we summon it, the wielder gets Warcry 3 for that turn. And finally, 2 Deep Forge Plate, a 5/5 relic for 5 with Overwhelm and Endurance. This deck is pretty simple, trying to be as consistent as possible, as is evident by all of the 4 ofs. The power base is 6 Fire Sigil, 5 Justice Sigil, 2 Emerald Monument to try to hedge against flooding, 4 Rakano Banner, 4 Seat of Glory, and 4 Diplomatic Seal. That is the deck list. Let's play a few games. Not been playing a lot recently. Just haven't had the energy to do so. This hand's a little slow due to the 2 Emerald Monuments. I think we're going to go ahead and redraw it. This one's not great either. We'll lead off on the Monument. Maybe we'll draw a 2-drop we can play next turn. Nope, we do have a 3-drop though. Let's go with this for fire so that we can make sure and get 2 fire. 2 fire and 2 justice lets us cast everything in the deck as far as factions are concerned. Up against a Feln build here. So they can put a Nyctophobia on us for 5. Well, we're going to go ahead and Whirling Duo and swing. Sure. Perfectly fine with that. Alright, we would love to have seen you turn 1, little guy. We're going to go ahead and play this out and not use its silence abilities. We've got to put some pressure on the opponent. Alright, we've got an answer for that, though we're quickly running out of cards. We didn't have a very good draw this game, so we may just run out of gas before we get the deed done. We're going to hold this just as a hedge. Alright, Duskblade. So that has life still at night, and it is night. That is a decent draw. Even though it's going to gain them life, I am going to swing in with this. I would rather this die. Fight. Kill it. And we'll play out our Commando. If we had had something with 2 battle skills, we would have played the Commando pre-combat to get the plus on them. Opponent still with 6 cards in hand. We're probably going to lose this game. Alright, we can silence that. That's a good draw. Don't know if we care about silencing now. Yeah, we're going to silence this turn. We'll play our plate out next turn. Hopefully they don't have sabotage to rip it from our hand. I just feel that preventing the life gain is going to be best for us, whereas if we played this out and dealt a little bit of extra damage, they would have gained some life. Plus, probably had the kill spell for whatever we put it on. Oh, the new dino. Cool. So there's feeding time, so they definitely would have. Alright, that is pretty good. Actually going to start with Hammer of Might. And we'll just swing with the big one that won't die from a block. Alright, I'm kind of surprised they took that. That put their life very low. Alright, another kill spell. No blocks. Hoping they don't have an Annihilate in hand. Plate. They have to double block here to live because of the overwhelm. Puts us in really good shape. We'll play out this Rakano Outlaw. Maybe we will get there. They may kill themselves with Nightfall if they're not careful. Right? They have got a ton of removal, that's for sure. See what this gets us. A Death Strike. Okay. We got a giant Oni Ronin. Torch would be a great draw. That is unfortunate. Huh. So Umbrum Reaper, when it dies, deals us 5 and they gain 5. If we could trample over and kill them, it wouldn't matter because this would go on the stack and they'd still be dead. This doesn't give trample, though. I think we've got to do this. They have to double block to kill it now. We've got a ton of Warcry on whatever's the top unit of our deck. So we'll go to 13, they'll go to 6. Just hold this banner. 8 power's probably not going to do anything for us. That 7 wouldn't. Silence that for sure. Got an 8/8 Valkyrie Enforcer, so if it lives, that's the game. Yep, not blocking. Not going to let you Varus favor my Valkyrie Enforcer. And we got there. Did not feel like we were going to win that game, honestly. Felt very far behind most of it. This is a little power heavy, but I think we're going to keep it anyway. Also, I don't know how many games we're going to manage to record. I'm already starting to feel a little throat scratchy and shaky. I very much hope for this illness to be over soon. It's really been taking it out of me. Alright, I don't know if our opponent's even there. They're taking a very long time to do anything. We may start to see a timer burn here shortly. Well, looks like they showed up. Well, we will definitely go for fire plus Oni Ronin. Don't kill it. Don't kill it, opponent. It's just a little Oni Ronin. It's not doing anything to you. Alright, so looks like some Grenadin action here. Well, we're going to do that. Do we want to suicide our Oni? I guess we do. If they're on the Grinded deck, it's not a very good matchup for us anyway, unless we draw our flyers. We're just going to pass. Combustion Cell, it is indeed that deck. let's go ahead and, well, we might want to save this torch for a scrap tank, I guess. Though with the combustion cell, they can activate it immediately, so yeah, let's go ahead and kill that. Oni Ronin, that's okay. We're going to go with Whirling Duo, though, since it has charge. We do have a Vanquish for the first scrap tank if they embiggen it. Alright, there's another little Grenadin. Alrighty, well, to keep them 3 for 1-ing on our Whirling Duo, we're going to go ahead and Sword of Icaria and kill one of these. Alright, very likely to get Madness and Combusted and kill both our things here, but there's nothing else we can do. We've got to play out our stuff and try to kill them. Yep, there's the Madness. And even if they don't have the Combust, they can just Combustion Cell it and, you know, make themselves a little bit of mana. Nope, they do have the Combust. Well, didn't have super high hopes for winning this game anyway, to be honest. If we don't draw something incredible in the next couple of turns, we're just going to scoop. There's no use sitting here and letting the opponent grind us out when the game's essentially over. There's Scrappy. So it's not big yet. Let's take one more turn and see what happens. Right, Scrap Tank gets bigger, they draw some cards and gain some health. Anything else? Kinda surprised they attacked first. Honestly, it was more damage if they just sacked that before combat. Just pass. Yep, taking us to 14. There's the second Scrap Tank. I mean, we can kill it. As I said, though, this game is over. Kill that. Guess we'll continue to struggle since we actually drew something that does things. I'm actually a little surprised the opponent blocked there. Oh, okay. To be honest, they should not have done that in combat. I could have had a trick to kill their guy and then they would have wasted the torch. Should have let the damage resolve first and then torch it afterwards. Another Whirler? Sure. Well, if they're not going to get another Scrap Tank or a Gear Cruncher, then maybe we can get ourselves back in here. As it is, they're only doing 1 damage a turn because of our life gain. Maybe a Gear Cruncher. Alright, they need a lot of... Yep, there he is. Yep, that's the game. Good game. Opponent, we can't beat this. Takes our best draws and some of their worst for us to win this matchup. Alright, let's hope to have a bit of a better matchup here, as well as a bit of a better draw. Definitely can't keep that. That's somewhat better. Monument. Alright, hopefully they don't have Avara's favor. That helps. Alright, so what I'm going to do is play this for fire. Then we're going to play this out instead of this because Vara's favor can kill this. Next turn our Seed of Glory triggers both of its pluses. This also allows us to torch, so that's good. Alright, Sword of Akari is great. Let's embiggen our little guy and start swinging. Alright, Midnight Gale, we got the answer for that. Thanks to Ikaria loaning us her little sword here. Just keep on swinging. Do wish one of the things we had in play had some Warcry going on. I gladly welcome your Nightfall. Thanks for the card draw. And even though it'll kill it, I'm still going to keep removing their stuff. They have played all their stuff, so we'll just play this out pre-combat, save a little time. Yep, Sabotage is not very good versus us, in most circumstances. That's pretty good. Keep you from gaining life, then we're going to play this and just keep pounding in. You can eat whatever you want, we'll get some significant damage through and probably kill you next turn. Reaper is a bit of a problem. However, I'm pretty sure you're still just dead because this goes on the stack. This should be lethal. 5's getting through no matter how they block. This life gain won't happen fast enough. Yep, there we go. Now, we couldn't have done that if one of our units had had quick draw, because they could have blocked that unit with the Umbran Reaper, and then it would have died before the other stuff dealt their damage, and the life gain would have happened first. Alright, I think this is going to be our last game. It's about all the energy I have to devote to recording right now. Still got to edit the video too at some point, so let's see. Let's start with this Fire Sigil. We can torch, and that way if we draw a faction next turn, we'll know what these need to be, and we're not going to torch their face. We didn't, so one of these for sure needs to be Justice, and we'll go with the one that has Aegis on it, just so hopefully we can get a swing in. Alright, that is unfortunate. Think that this has to be another Justice so that we can play this at some point. We will go ahead and attack. This is not going to be able to fix our factions. We'll go with this one, since we're not guaranteed to get the fire to make this thing big, and the Warcry is more valuable now. Yep, Annihilate. I figured you had removal of some sort. Alright, that's a bit of a problem. Well, we will play that. We're going to swing also. And good, they thought we might have a Finest Hour. We don't, but they don't know that. Let's go ahead and silence that and pass the turn. Yep, that's unfortunate. Feels like we're really falling behind here. A good piece of equipment off the top would help us, since we still have the Aegis on this Paladin. Pretty much any of them would be welcome. And that's helpful, I suppose. I still will offer this up. If they want to block, we can kill it with the torch. Yep. Go ahead and finish it off. This is probably dead too. They probably have another removal spell for it. Or they've got that. That's fine. It doesn't have an E just yet, so silence that thing while we can. Go ahead and play this out. Sitting here empty-handed, them with 4 cards in hand, 3 now. Yep, kill that. Alright, well, guess we'll swing for 4. Just doesn't feel like we're going fast enough to get the deed done here. That helps, though. Thing is, if we put it here, this isn't big enough to kill that. If we put it here, then we lose our only good attacker if they have a kill spell. Huh. I think it's their only option, though. Looks like they don't, at least not a fast one. They got a feeding time, though. It's kind of what I was afraid of. We do have a lot of war cry on something coming up. That helps, too. Get in there for 3. Harbinger's bad. Bad news bears. That does help some, I guess. Again, just a removal spell away from burying us. We still don't have the Aegis for that. Huh. I'm going to attack with both of these. Whatever they block this with, we can finish off with the sword. Oh, no, we can't either. Darn it, it doesn't have the second battle skill. That was bad. That was really bad. Yep, that was a mistake. Oh well. Misplays, misplays. Okay. Well, we have to attack. We're actually not even doing damage. They're gaining 1 a turn if they attack with both of these. They extract buffers or life total even more. Feeling really stupid about attacking with this. It's hardly ever that we have it out and it doesn't have both skills. I was very silly, though. Whirling Duo's good. Sadly, we don't have a 6th power so that we can play the sword, too. Still, I think we definitely do this and swing out. Alrighty. Withering Witch. Yep, that is the ball game. Guess we'll do some trades here. Suppose we could draw something massive from all those war cries and steal the game back. I'm not going to hold my breath, though. You shouldn't either. That's dangerous. Alright, I mean, that's something. All it takes, though, is for them to play a Vara just to absolutely bury us. And there she is. Yep, good game, opponent. Don't know if not making that mistake would have made a difference. Probably not. Definitely was a very bad misplay, though. There, once again, is the deck list. As always, I will have a link in the description to a list on Eternal Warcry that you can import into your own client if you'd like to do that. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, let me know in the comments, and by leaving a like below, it really does help tremendously. And of course, subscribe if you'd like to see more in the future. I have been Tevaron, and until next time, friends, be excellent to each other.